Hi everyone! In today's video, I wanted to show you how I did this encapsulated gold design. And something different about this tutorial is that I'm using this new mic. Let me know if you guys like the quality or not. This tutorial is actually the first time that I'm using it, so it's something new for me. But to create this design, the first thing I'm going to do is create this thin layer of crystal clear acrylic, because you guys know that what this is going to do is that it's going to serve me as a base for later on apply the glitter. And for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using different types of glitter. I'm going to start with this one that has this type of gold chunks. And later on, I'm going to apply this one that is actually really fine glitter, because I feel like when you combine two different ones, makes the whole design look more unique, and it kind of makes it shine even more. But basically what I did here is that I applied the glitter all over the nail, but something that I tried to do is not to apply too much glitter, because I still want some clear spaces. And now I'm gonna finish this first nail by encapsulating it. You guys know that this step is so important, especially when we apply some of this glitter, because otherwise what can happen is that they can eventually fall off. And to finish up, just like always, I'm gonna apply some pressure on the sides. Now moving on to the second nail, here is going to be something a little bit different, because I'm gonna be using this pink acrylic first. And here something that I'm going to do is I'm gonna make this type of diagonal design. Usually I would do a French nail, but I thought this one would look more interesting this way. And I used my brush and I kind of created this straight line. And now that I have this done, I'm gonna apply the same crystal clear acrylic and I'm gonna create the base. Now I'm gonna start applying the glitter just like I told you earlier. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but in today's tutorial I'm gonna be doing coffin shaped nails, so that's the reason why I closed off the form a lot more than usual. And if you guys don't want the nails to be this long, that's fine. The design is also going to work on shorter nails. But basically here, what you guys have to make sure is to apply the glitter only on the bottom half. If you guys apply some of the glitter on top of the pink acrylic, it's just not going to look the same, and the effect is just going to look a little bit strange. And now I'm going to apply the last of the glitters, and I'm going to make sure that everything is well covered. And to finish up, of course, we still have to encapsulate this nail. I'm going to be using this crystal clear acrylic, and I'm going to make sure to put it on the bottom half. I still recommend you guys to put a little bit of it on top of the pink acrylic, because it's going to make your nail be more strong. Now moving on to the third nail. First, I'm going to start by applying the form and closing it off a lot more than usual to create this shape. Here, I'm actually going to make this encapsulated French design. So the first thing to do is to create the base, and I'm going to be using the same pink acrylic. To make the base, it's basically a small almond shape, and you guys know that the sides have to be symmetrical, so I recommend you to take off the form and file them a little bit until they look the way you guys like them. Because once you start encapsulating these nails and applying the glitter, there's nothing that you can do to fix that. Now I'm gonna put the form back and I'm gonna start creating the base layer. I recommend you guys to make sure that it's pretty thin, because otherwise what's gonna happen is that your nail can end up looking very chunky. And now that I have this done, I'm gonna start applying the glitter just the same way that I've been telling you. What I do is that I create small bits of crystal clear acrylic, and in that way I put the glitter on top, and it's much easier for me to apply it on top of the nail. I'm going to show you right now just the way that I do it. What this is going to do is that it's going to serve me as a glue, and I just kind of drag it wherever I want it to go. Something that you guys have to make sure when you create this type of encapsulated French designs is that you have to put some of the glitter on the sides. Sometimes I miss that, and that kind of ruins the design. So make sure that you guys remember to do that. And of course, I'm still gonna have to encapsulate this nail. Make sure that you apply some of the crystal clear acrylic on top of the pink almond, because you guys know that what this is going to do is that it's going to make your nails stronger. And now moving on to the last nail, here it's going to be an ombre design between the glitter and the pink acrylic. So the first thing to do is to create the thin layer, just like I've been doing. And I'm gonna start applying the chunky gold glitter. But this time it's going to be on the tip of the nail up, going to the upper half of the nail. I'm not gonna apply it all of the way because I still have to apply the pink acrylic. Now, of course, I'm gonna apply the fine glitter and I'm just gonna put it on top just the same way that I've been doing all along. And to create the ombre design, just like I told you, I'm gonna be using the same pink acrylic. I recommend you guys not to mix too many colors because I think that simple looks better. And the way that I do this ombre design is that I kind of create liquid bits of pink acrylic and I drag it downwards. And of course, we still have to encapsulate the tip of the nail, and I'm just gonna make sure that everything is well covered. And don't forget to still apply some pressure on the sides. What this is going to do is that it's going to make your nail have more of a C shape, and it's going to make it look more natural. And this is how these acrylic nails look like. Like you guys can tell, they don't look perfect, but that's why filing is so important. When I file nails, I like to start by filing the sides, and since these are coffin shaped, I'm gonna try to follow the natural diagonal shape that it has. This is how the nails look like after filing the sides. Like you guys can tell, they look a lot more sharp now. And the last thing to do is to file the surface. I like doing this step using my e-file, but if you guys want to, you can use a regular one. And here what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna make sure that everything, that all of the nails are pretty thin, and if there's any bumps left behind, I'm gonna file them down. And this is how nails ended up looking after being filed. Now the only thing left to do is to clean them because we don't want any of that dust that is left behind. And for the design, it's actually going to be pretty simple, but the first step is to add a little bit of this top coat, which you guys know it's one of my favorite parts of doing encapsulated nails because you can really see how everything ended up looking. Especially using this gold glitter, I feel like everything kind of looks better. And I love the combination between the pink and the gold, especially for this upcoming season. I think that it looks really good. And here I'm gonna apply it on top of all of the nails, but this time I'm not gonna cure it just yet because I want to add some more shine. Of course, I'm gonna be using these stones, this type of fake diamonds. And I'm gonna apply it on this first nail up near the cuticle. Now moving on to the second one, here I'm gonna put it right on the diagonal line that I created with the pink acrylic because I feel like it looks better this way. On the third one, I'm gonna start by applying it up near the cuticle, but later on I'm gonna put one in the middle that kind of has a different shape. I feel like combining diamonds and using different shapes makes it look a lot better. And the last one is going to be very simple. I'm just gonna add one diamond. And now I'm gonna cure it for 60 seconds. And this is how the final design ended up looking. I love how shiny it is. And honestly, I think that it's pretty simple. So if you're starting out with nails, I'm sure that you can do it as well. If you guys like this tutorial, make sure that you subscribe and like this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!